Good morning, my wonderful friends. Megas with you on a beautiful day in Osh. And today's message is a great danger has befallen the earth, and the majority of people cannot see it, or maybe will not see it. And before we get to the message, though, I need to say this. At the end of this video, and I'm saving it to the end because I know those are the people that will actually do something. I'm going to ask you to do an experiment with me, because I feel we haven't tapped into our full potential here, and I think we're capable of far greater things than what we've done so far. But our message today, I didn't sit down and really write this out. It's more of a feeling that I just want to speak out, and it's what I'm sensing in the spirit realm. This might sound weird to some. I had a conference with Jesus. In that place between awake and asleep, I was able to ask Jesus the burning question on my heart. What is this all about? What is this world and this life really all about? Because I always thought, why didn't anybody ask him that? As I read the different religious books of the world, why didn't someone that said they could actually speak to God ask him, what in the world is going on? And I was able to ask him that, my friends. And the reason I started that with, this may sound weird, because it does sound weird when someone says that they hear from God or talk to God. And honestly, when you say that, most people don't believe it anyway. And I'll tell you why. There's so many people that claimed to hear from God, but they all disagree with each other. They heard something different from God, apparently. And will you guys allow me just to talk today? Like I said, I haven't wrote out a message, but there's a message on my heart that a great danger has befallen the earth. I'm going to tell you what it is, and then I'm going to give us a way out of it, my friends. But if you're sensing it too, I know it's no mistake that you found this channel today. My mom, I love her so much. Yesterday was Mother's Day. What a blessing she is to me, And we do have some different religious ideas, and she follows some people that call themselves prophets. I don't know if they are or not. I'll tell you, I like their aesthetic. I can't remember the names, but the lady, she has this pink hair, and another guy, he's got a cool leather jacket, and I like the idea of it, but I don't know if they're actual prophets. Their prophecy was that Trump would be elected in this election. And I remember this woman saying that she goes to heaven, and she actually sits there and talks to God, and he looked her in the eyes and said, Trump will be the next president, my friends. But he didn't get in. But she's still holding on to that faith that she heard right, and that he will get in. It's not looking like it will be that. But my friends, I'll tell you what, if Trump doesn't get back in, that makes her a false prophet, and if he does get in, wow, I'm going to be pretty impressed. Well, for myself, God never mentioned Trump to me or Biden. You know what God mentioned to me? The government of God. That's all he ever talks to me about. Asha being actualized, where men and women are ruled by the Fravashi, by that divine spark, that they know what is right and what is wrong, and every decision they make is based on love, on the highest principle, God, good. And my friends, that brings us to the greatest danger. People have lost that balance. They don't know the difference anymore from good and bad. And it seems so simple. And I'm going to show you how that happened. But what Jesus told me when I was in his presence, and I asked him, what is this all about? And this blew me away, because I already had an idea of what I thought it was. He said it's to know the real above all real. Okay, what is the real above all real? It's the perfect Creator's perfect idea of what he had for this world, for you. And it was good. It was love and peace and joy and goodness, my friends. It's not what we're seeing right now manifested. It's for us to know it, to be intimate with it, to live in it, and it live in us, the truth. The Word, the original Word, but the original Word has been lost, my wonderful friends. And I'll tell you what, And I got to be careful here because I don't want anyone to turn me off, because this message goes to 150 countries and they all have a religion that they were brought up in, my friends, and they were told by grandma and grandpa and mom and dad and their priests and their teachers and family and friends that this is the truth. This is who God is. This is who you are. This is who the world is. My friends, but you got to ask yourself, is that the real above all real? Is that the truth? And I'll tell you what, they believe it is. They'll grab weapons and kill the infidels that disagree with them. They will lay down their life for their belief in that this is truth. That's who God is. This is how the world is run. My friends, and a terrible, terrible thing has taken place. For Jesus told me that our whole reason for being here is to know the real above all real. And it's good. And my friends, the majority of the world religions don't teach the real above all real because it's no good. It's full of hate and war and greed and killing. My friends, and it's hard to see it when it's on your side. It's easy to see, maybe if you're here in America, to see the Muslim that straps themselves up with bombs and says, praise Allah, and blows himself up and many innocent people. You can see that is wrong. But then if you're a Muslim looking at America and you see the atrocities that they have done, going in and killing in the name of their God. My friends, but it's hard to see wherever you're coming from, if you're Hindu or Muslim or Christian or Jewish. My friends, and that's why we have to go back to the original. But people don't want to see it, and I'm going to show you why. But the original, my friend, is good. It's the original word. It's the real above all real. It's what Jesus was showing me. My friends, that a perfect creator had a perfect idea of this world. And it's good, and it's kind, and it doesn't hate and war and kill. And my friends, thank God as I'm saying this, it's not just another man that claims to be a prophet and hears from God, but in your heart of hearts it resonates. You know the difference from good and bad. And when you were a small child, in whatever temple or church you were raised in, and they were telling you these stories, it rubbed you the wrong way in your heart. In your heart, it was saying, that can't be good. That can't be God. These stories, they don't sound good. God. But what do? They tell you, don't question me. Don't question God. Don't question our holy book. You have to just accept it. And don't you dare ever apostatize. Don't you ever leave the faith. Or if they don't kill you, God will kill you. My friends, fear keeps people bound. A great danger has come on this earth where people don't know good or bad anymore. They think God good, the highest principle of good, can kill men, women, and children, likes animal sacrifice. My friends, you know that video I've showed you many times. They've reopened the temple in Jerusalem, and they took a little cute lamb and slit its throat, and it's kicking its legs and it's crying, and it was horrible. And then they sprinkle the blood on their altar, and they really think that God's up there going, oh, yum, that's beautiful. My friends, I don't know what God you're serving if you think he likes you killing anything, animal, man, woman, child. The stories, my friends. And here's the danger. Here's the horrible thing that has happened. And I know many of you have heard this. Stay with me, Magi, because I got something important at the end of this. This is for the new people. I was in Bible college, my friends. My whole life, raised up from a child, was being bred to be a preacher. And I finally got to Bible college. And the stories, my friends, haunted me. Haunted me. The story of Jephthah, the great mighty man of valor. And I was so excited. What does a mighty man of valor look like in the Bible? That the Jewish people for thousands of years celebrate him every year. What could you do to get that kind of honor? My friends, I'll tell you what he did. He kept a promise to his Lord. He told his Lord that if he goes in and kills the men, women, and children, and takes all the spoils from his enemy, that the first person that came out of his house he would offer up as a burnt sacrifice to the Lord. And he went in, he killed the men, women, and children, got all the spoils. All of the Israelites were praising him. They're eating good tonight, my friends. They've got gold and silver and food, my friends, and all their enemies are wiped out. And do you know what he did? He went home and his daughter ran out and said she had a tambourine and she's singing, "Daddy's home, Daddy home, Daddy's alive." Do you know what he did? Slit her throat and offered her up as a bloody burnt sacrifice to his Lord. My friends, instinctively we know that's not good. My friends, Moses, the one that in Bible school I was told is the hero of the Bible. I don't even like retelling these stories, but I've got to because there are new people here. My friends, you know what he did? He told the soldiers, go and kill men, women, and children. And I always say, think about that. What would that look like to kill a mother holding her baby? What does it look like to kill a child? I used to be a hunter. I know when you kill something, it doesn't just close its eyes and die. It suffers, and it pants, and it gasps, and it cries, and it's fearful. My friends, what would that look like to a child as they're crying, "Mommy, Mommy, help." Or, "Not my baby, not my baby." You think that's God? Good? My friends, and here's the tragedy that has happened. People, they don't know the difference from good and bad anymore because the evil spirit has taken over the world religions, have written their books, have become their priest. And they've sown lie and evil, and they've mixed it and confused it where you don't know anymore if your God can love sometimes and hate sometimes, and he can be at peace sometimes and war sometimes, and you're always knocked off balance. You don't know. It's blurry. It's gray. You don't know what is good and bad anymore, my friends. And that's why you have to go inside, because my God, inside you know what is good. And you know what is bad. My friends, a horrible thing has happened. And here's what's scary. Good people that I know, good religious people that I know, they've fallen into this trap. And it's a way to feed the evil spirit. It's a way to feed their own lust. It's a way to feed their own greed. My friends, if you can go in and just take what's not yours, you can just wipe out your enemies. My friends, you can grab whatever you want, feed all your lust and greed and call it God and not have a guilty conscience about it. My friends, you're in a dangerous, dangerous place, and you will never know the real above all real. My friends, it's time to wake up. Today, the original monotheistic religion, Zoroastrianism, teaches the all-good God that has no attributes of the evil spirit. He does not hate, war, and kill, my wonderful friends. But we're going to have to do something to bring this realization to earth, and that's what I'm going to ask you guys to do today. I want you to do something today. If you're a part of this order, if you feel a calling to this, here's what I want you to do. I've seen something over this last week here as we've been growing. And many of you, you've been buying the books and handing them out. You've been sharing the videos. But our wonderful friend Tim, he took out an ad on one of his favorite videos. And my God, we got thousands and thousands of views on it. So many new eyes seeing and hearing this message. And so here's what I want you guys to do. At the end of this video, I'm going to put a link to our very first video. And it's called Life-Changing Message. And that's what it is, because we give the message of the Magi. My friends, that good is good and bad is bad. And I'm going to ask every one of you that can, I want you to take out an ad on that video. On YouTube, on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, whatever format you can find. And I want you to put an ad on that one video. I want to see what we're capable of. This is kind of a test for me to see what my Magi can do when we all come together. You've all been doing wonderful things on different videos and book sales, but I want us to focus on one video and see what we can do. We got 4,500 views right now on that video. What can you guys do? Now listen to me. I don't want you to put yourself out. If you have the money, I don't want you at the end of the month to not be able to pay your rent or buy food. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a lot of people doing a little bit. Do an ad on it, but I mean, don't go crazy. If you got the money, you got extra money, then please go as much as you can, because I want to get this message around the world, my friends. I want everybody at least one time to be able to hear and have that joy and peace that you found, that God is all good, because you know what it's like to be bound in a hell where you believe that God can get angry and kill. My friends, it's scary. There's enough things in the world to be scared about without being scared of our God good, our Daddy. My friends, our message is important and it's powerful, and it'll set people free. So I'm going to ask you, please, every one of you that can, I want you to take out an ad on YouTube for this video. I'm going to put up life-changing message on your Facebooks. I want to see what we can do when we all come together. I think it can be amazing. I think you have more power in you than you realize yet, my friends. And I think your future and our future is brighter than you realize yet. Great things are coming. So do that for me. Each and every one of you that can. Don't put yourself in a financial situation. Like I said, we can't pay rent or food, or if you have extra money to put towards this mission that you tell me is important to you. You know, I found not everyone that follows me is a friend or even a part of our family here. You know, this is going to show me who's really with me. You know, it's one thing to just say it, but it's another thing to do something. When I've never asked you guys for money, and I never will. All the money I get from book sales, I give to charity. I'll never ask you to give me money, but I have no problem asking you to spend your hard-earned money on spreading this message, my friends. And money, it represents your life and your lifeblood and your work. My friends, it's where the rubber meets the road. When you're willing to split with some of your money for something you believe in, that really means something. That kind of gives life to it, doesn't it? It means something. Now, for those of you that don't have any extra money, say, Megan, I would love to, but I can't, then pray. And I'm not talking beg. I'm talking believe. I want you to see Asha being realized in the world. I want you to see the order of the Magi in this channel growing and spreading and bringing this light and truth and the real above all real to the world. Decree and declare it, my friends. And I'm excited to see what we're going to do here together. I want you to tell me. I don't want to be surprised by who did what. I want you to go to the comments and say, Magus, I opened up an ad on YouTube. I opened up an ad on Facebook. Tell me what you're doing. My friend, I want to know. Oh, okay? So guys, I love you so much. If this message means something to you, like it does me, then let's get passionate about it. Let's quit wasting time. We know we got the real deal. Let's do something with it. We've been entrusted with something so beautiful. Let's make sure we never take that for granted, my friends. Love you guys, and we'll see you next time.